All right, guys, Gemini back with another video, and I want to take you guys down memory lane here. I want to take you guys down a trip from my memory. It's been a long time. It's been over 20 years since this happened, but for you wrestling historians, and I know that there's a lot of older fans that fucking love this channel because I focus on the older stuff and maybe not so much the new product. Not really a fan of the new product. I love Saturday night's main event, WCW Saturday Night, WCW Nitro, the early WrestleManias, early Royal Rumbles. That's my favorite time in wrestling. Early Survivor Series with the Undertaker and Hulk Hogan. But yeah, it was May. It was '96. It was in Florence, South Carolina, and WWE, WWF at the time, was getting ready to do their big pay-per-view, Beware of Dog. And I still have the VHS recorded tape. I would show you guys this here on YouTube exactly what transpired on the VHS tape, but you get copyrighted and stuff. But yeah, they were doing pay-per-view. It's May '96, Beware of Dog. They're in Florence, South Carolina, and a big storm is in the area. So you're sitting there. I was sitting there at home. I was watching the pay-per-view with my dad. We had ordered this because we wanted to see who was going to win between, I believe it was the Bulldog and Shawn Michaels in the main event for the title. They did an angle where Shawn Michaels apparently was coming on to Diana Smith, and she was all distraught about it. It was just a wrestling angle. Still entertaining to watch because you want to see what was going to happen with Shawn as the champion. It's May '96. It was his, first title defense from winning the belt at WrestleMania 12 versus the Hitman in the Iron Man match. So you're sitting there watching the pay-per-view, and they're like a couple matches in, and then all of a sudden, boom! You got nothing but scrambles on your TV. It's just nothing but it just goes black. And you're like, what the hell? And so I remember I was on the phone with the cable company as this was happening because, you know, I was hardcore when I was 16 and 97. I was hardcore. I wanted to see every match, record everything, know everything about every single wrestler. So I'm on the phone and I'm yelling at the cable company, and I'm yelling at my dad like, Dad, fix the TV. Dad, fix the TV. And then it's going in and out on the TV, in and out. And I'm like, Dad, you got to call the cable company. Cable company's messing up. It's back then they didn't have pay-per-views quite down yet. There was a lot of audio problems. There was just a lot of problems together. And it turns out that there was this huge storm that wiped the pay-per-view out. And they had to wrestle a bunch of matches in the dark. I think I remember something about maybe Goldust or something, Yokozuna wrestling in the dark or whatnot. Yeah, it was a big mess. And then I remember watching Raw the next day, and Vince McMahon had to get on camera, and he's like, yeah, we're going to finish the pay-per-view tomorrow. And they wound up finishing the pay-per-view like the day after Raw on a Tuesday. They finished like the last 3-4 matches or whatever, and I think it was free. So I'm pretty sure the WWF lost millions on the Beware of Dog pay-per-view when they had that huge storm and it ripped up the area and knocked them off pay-per-view. That was crazy. And still to this day, I mean, it's 8 years ago, but still to this day, when I was watching WrestleMania 24 and the power went out in the building, and you can see John Cena running to the ring in the dark, I was like, oh shit, here we go. Beware of Dog again. Beware of Dog again. And every time the power goes out at the WWF show, I always remember that Beware of Dog disaster. And I still have it. It was like, goddamn, it was like a good 4 hours of just the show going in and out and me recording. I wish I could show you the tape. Like I said, I have it all as it went down, all the ins and outs and all the audio problems. It's actually a really cool tape, you know. It's kind of historic if you think about it. They never had a pay-per-view that went so south because of the weather. But yeah, the Beware of Dog thing was just a complete disaster. You guys type your comments and let me know if you remember the Beware of Dog disaster in May of '96. Until next time, I'm Gemini. Peace out. Thank you for listening.